Welcome to Coxie's Picks. If you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe. Enjoy.
Hello and welcome to Coxie's Picks. And before me you can see a lot of Old English locks. That's because last week I did a feature on a minor security flaw with a Squire 660, which is the 440's bigger brother. That's where I showed that a master key set could open it up, and there was only 12 keys in the set. And a user, Judgment Day, said, well, what about the Squire 440's and their clones? Well, I don't have all of the clones. All I've got is a master lock, a casp, and I believe this one's called Silverline. It might be known as Sterling as well in some places. But as you can see, they're the same form factor, and they also utilize a similar key type. So in the vein of being an interesting experiment, we'll move the clones out the way, so we'll disappear them for a second, and we'll have a look at the Squires. So we've got an archaic Squire. It's the older variety. It still works beautifully, he says, as he can't lock it back up. And it's with a third-party key, so we don't know what PEF number it is, which is ideal because I happen to have one or two PEF keys. But what we can do is we can quickly cheat and look for one that's quite similar to it. Probably that one. So we'll go through and see what we've got. So it's not 12. Yes, it's going to be another one of those videos where you're watching me try keys. I am really sorry for this, but this is all in the interest of science. 2, 3. We're on to 4. So, right, so that's got a lot of motion in the ocean, but it's not fully opened it, so we're getting close. Nope. On to 6. Now 7. Nearly gone around the loop. And if you're interested, I haven't actually tried this out before. It doesn't show, does it? Otherwise I'd have gone straight to the keys and everything else. Right, 9. Oh, no. 10. No. Right, we're almost gone all the way around now. Here's 11. Oh, right, so it's PEF 11. And where do I dump the key? So as we can see, yep, pretty damn close. So vintage one is PEF 11. Right, now I do have the key for this one, so what we'll do is we'll cheat, and it says PEF 3, so we'll just check my tryout key number 3 just for speed. 8 by 2, he says, but you can't find it. So PEF 3. Alright, so that's 2 down. Okay, so just move them over to the right. Okay, so 2 without keys. Right, one which is a 440 and one which is a 550. But what I'll do is I'll ignore this one for the time being, and if there's enough time at the end of my camera, what we'll do is we'll come back to it. Now, I never got given a key with this one. It was a beautiful little lock, and that's what got me interested in collecting these keys in the first place, because I really wanted to get back up and running. So if I remember rightly, it was key 10. Might be key 11 though, so bear with me. No, it was key 10. So there we go, right? But if you ever see a Squire 550 without a set of keys, right, you can always buy a tryout set and then you know exactly what it's got. Same with the 660. Right, now on to the crucial part, the science. Right, these clones. The question that was asked by Judgment Day was, did they not only copy the lock, the innards, because they pick identical, right, but also the key bitting? Were they that lazy that they copied the key bitting? So let's start off with master lock, which are legendary in their plagiarism. Alright, so oh, that looks very familiar already. So going through, and I'll try and do this as quickly as possible, so I won't read off the keys, and hopefully I'll just get there quite quickly. It is only 12 keys to try, and if they have copied it, it would prove quite a versatile set of keys to have, because the clones are quite popular, because they're half the price, would you believe, than a Squire, and they still offer the same for, oh, hang on, nearly. Right, and that was PEF 2, so we might have to come back to that one, and I might have to force it round. But yeah, so the clones are quite cheap. They're half the price of Squire. Oh, 4's quite close as well. So you tend to see the clones more than you see the Squires. 6. So all in the name of science, this is. 7. We're getting almost around the buoy now. There is a possibility here that they didn't just copy the bitting. 9. But it is incredibly close. 11, nearly gone around the buoy. 12. And number 1. So I'll go back to number 2, which was quite close. But it's actually, looking at it, it's nothing like the key bitting. So maybe it was actually trying to overlift it, and that's why it got so far round. Okay, alright, so first one, master lock didn't. Casp. Well, that looks similar. Let's just jump straight in with that one. Right, so casp. Oh, it's a big old movement around, and that was on 10. So maybe casp did copy their bitting. Do you know what? I have a sneaky feeling that maybe Squire had trademarked the key bitting so they couldn't copy it. Or something, because this isn't looking hopeful. We're nearly gone round the buoy again. And there I was, hoping for a revelation, but unfortunately it doesn't seem to be the case. I think, yeah, that's the casp done and dusted as well. So casp didn't do it. Last chance at Silverline, that well-known, Silverline or Sterling, that well-known copier of foreign locks. Right, it could be that one. Right, so let's go with that one, which is 11. No. So there we go. Right, so it looks like the clones have got their own key bitting compared to the Squires, which don't. And that was the one that we didn't try before. So I suppose for completeness we might as well just go rattling through and prove that we can open up all the Squires. And there we go, 10. Oh, well, 10 opened it, but 10's not locking it. Interesting. Okay. Cool. Alright. Alright, I'll have to have a look at that one later. So, there we have it. Alright. The clones use a different set of keys than Squire. 440 and 550 use 12 different key iterations. So, thank you very much for watching. Again, sorry for a long video, but this was in the name of science. So, stay safe everyone, and I'll see you in the next video.